What's good, everybody, and welcome to Cookie Clicker. Now, this is a game that I really wanted to play for like a very, very long time, but I never really found the time to play it until now, or have a reason, or until now. Now, if you guys don't know what this is basically exactly what this game is about. You click on a cookie, you accumulate cookies to get more cookies. And you use those cookies to get more cookies, and all those cookies to get even more cookies, and you get more cookies by clicking more cookies. Basically, you just get a shit ton of fucking cookies. And this game has like a whopping fucking 637 achievements. So I'm not going to be finishing this game anytime fucking soon, because these achievements are too fucking much. So let's just start this game with a simple click of one singular cookie. And we get cool music too. But yeah, that's honestly just the start of it, you know? We get soothing music in the background, and we just, you know, just sit here and accumulate all the cookies. Frankly, people who don't understand, it's a lot like Butt Slapper, you know? Well, Butt Slapper is like this since this came first. Because I was usually playing this with like a lot of my friends. I'm turning this down in my ears. I was playing this like with like a bunch of my friends one night. And it was funny. Because I think I got up to like 1 trillion cookies, and I was doing this for like a few hours straight. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot. It'll be hard. The grind to 1 billion cookies will be difficult, but at least it'll be acceptable. No, it also does like little funny prompts up here, like your family accepts to try some of your cookies. Yeah. And then there's something up here called legacy. Like, okay, you've been on over 2 minutes, but there's also something else. Not this. Do you really want to ascend? You will lose your progress and start over from scratch. All your cookies will be converted into prestige and heavenly chips. You will keep your achievements. Yeah, like that. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, like I don't know what that was all about, but you need 1 trillion cookies to ascend to the next level. Yeah, I get that. But you know, I'm probably just gonna like be on this game for a bit. Just talk about shit. Talk about shit that's been like bugging me, because I don't really give my opinion on much of the stuff that happens on the outside world, other than my own games. Grandma, come and join the fray. Could I like silence some of these achievements? Because like something. Because I don't need 2 achievements popping up on my fucking screen. But yeah, I could talk about stuff. What should I talk about? Yeah, this is a game that's gonna take a minute, so I might as well dull the senses with small talk. Reinforce click of the mouse and cursor is twice as efficient. I'm fucking with that. I could. I should. What's been bugging me? Oh no. Oh, I know one. And this one is actually pretty recent, because I think the show just got done airing on Disney Plus, and I don't think there's going to be any more. And I have seen it, but there was this huge debate on the internet about Iron Man versus Ironheart. You saw that? I wanted to talk about that on like a Friday Night Fright, but I don't think I had enough time in the cold open to you know, divulge deeply into that topic, because well, I didn't have that much time and I gotta get to the show. But the whole Iron Man versus Ironheart situation, I think it's interesting to me because Because for some fucking reason. And yet, I gotta stand on this. The whole premise on why this happened was because of the singular phrase that's been running around the internet that, do you think Tony Stark would have been Iron Man if he wasn't like, I don't know, like if Tony Stark wasn't Tony Stark, if he was like, wasn't a billionaire or something, with like, if he wasn't like, if Tony, I don't know the fucking thing, play it.
He contributed immensely to the field, so I won't roast Tony Stark off rip. But I don't have $1 billion.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
But yeah, if he wasn't a billionaire. And my answer to that is yes. I genuinely think Tony Stark would have still been Tony Stark if he even if he wasn't a billionaire, solely because of his intelligence. You know, like, ooh, yeah, like a cookie, just because of his intelligence. And people on the internet, for some odd fucking reason, we're just slamming and bashing people for, in my opinion, what it looked like for not taking Riri's side. Because, one, clearly they made it a race thing, which was very aggravating. They clearly made it a race thing, which was very aggravating. But not only that, they kept on saying that, oh, well, the only reason why Iron Man got in that situation beginning of the movie was because he had a lot of money. And I'm like, no, absolutely not, young man. We're gonna stop you right there. Because if you saw any of the Iron Man movies, if you binge watch any of the Iron Man movies like I did as a fucking kid, and hell, like I did 2 days ago when I wasn't doing shit, you will know that that Tony Stark didn't get kidnapped because he had money. No, Tony Stark got kidnapped because he makes weapons. Stark Industries, that indeed was handed down by his father, wasn't because, yeah, it was handed down by his father, but technically he made it better under his knowledge. And no less, he got kidnapped because he knows how to make weapons. They didn't kidnap him for money. Yeah, could they have gotten that from him? Sure, I guess, but they didn't kidnap him for money. They kidnapped him because he knows how to make fucking weapons. That's why. That's why they actively tried to keep him alive, and that's why that fucking old guy put the thing in his chest. Right? And that's why that's the whole reason why he was in the cave to begin with. Because he knew how to make money. He knew how to make weapons, not money. He knew how to make weapons. So the whole talk about if he, like, would he be the same man if he was today? If he wasn't a billionaire? Genuinely, I still think yes. Solely because, once again, is that what made Tony Stark wasn't the money. It was just his intelligence. His intelligence made him who he was. The same way how being smart is kind of what makes Riri in the whole goddamn show. Because in my opinion, those two are not that different from each other. I don't think they're that different from each other. I genuinely think if roles reversed, and if Tony Stark was, like, you know, poor or some shit or whatever, and Riri was like rich like Tony Stark, I genuinely think they would have done like live switched. I genuinely think they would have done the exact same thing as each other of what they were doing. That's how similar and smart I think both of them are. And I do believe they would have done the exact same thing in each other's shoes. Though, through my own bias, I do think Tony Stark would have done things a tad bit different. Like, this man is like the definition of fucking DIY. Like, if he could do it himself, he 100% fucking could. But that's probably because of experience and shit. And the other thing is that I hated it when people on the internet always gotta dumb it down to like a race thing. Because it doesn't have to be like that. Like, oh, people don't like Riri Williams because, you know, she's a black person. Like, no. I can, like, look, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed Ironheart. To say that I loved it was a stretch. To say that I loved Ironheart was a bit of a stretch. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it enough that I do think it should be greenlit for a season 2. That's how much I enjoyed it. It was pleasant. It was a pleasant experience. You know? Did I have my own thoughts and, you know, things about the movie and all that? Yeah, sure. But it don't always got to be a race thing. What people always got to dumb it down to. Sometimes it just gets overused and heavily aggravating to hear that all the fucking time. Because this debate is just about two characters who have done great things because of their knowledge, have made great things because of their knowledge, and who could be more for who they are. I'm just saying. But in this Iron Man versus Ironheart debate, we're talking about purely fighting. I think Iron Man solos. I think he solos. Because even though these two characters are strikingly similar in how they act, there are still some defining differences that kind of get to me. Because in this entire show of Ironheart, it was extremely difficult in my eyes when it comes to comparing Iron Man and Ironheart, and people were saying like, oh, Ironheart's the new Iron Man. I don't think so. I think we're far away from that. We're far away from that. It's because during this entire show, Riri, in my eyes, seems to lack fucking, like, improvement. Like, for some reason, it's extremely difficult for her, in my eyes, for her to learn from her mistakes. Yet that's one thing Iron Man, or Tony Stark, or whoever the fuck you want to reference him to, that's the one thing Tony Stark did in honestly every single one of his movies. Yes. Am I admitting that he kind of caused one goddamn problem? He caused Age of Ultron. Honestly, he caused Age of Ultron, but he didn't cause any of the other goddamn, you know, villains in the rest of his movie. That was just people being petty and envious, and I don't think that counts. As being, you know, his fault. I think that's dumb. I think it's dumb to blame it on him. That, oh, all the villains in the Iron Man movie was caused because of Iron Man and his money and shit. I said, no. Sometimes people are just genuine assholes, you know. Like the first movie, he was greedy. The second movie, what was it? Okay. I guess the second movie was kind of on him because he kind of like, you know, ignored somebody, and, you know, he wanted to get his lick back. Iron Man 3. I don't know. Let's just come. I gotta go deeper into this. Hold on. Okay, so Iron Man 1. It was him becoming Iron Man, and his co-worker was jealous of him. That's not his fault. That was just greed. Iron Man 2 was with Whiplash. So the guy with the whips, and, you know, his opponent that he was in like a one-sided goddamn company war with. Yeah, that's not his fault. You know, just because somebody wanted to get one up on Tony, that's not his fault. You know, Like, you hating me because you ain't me. Like, that was kind of the premise of the movie. You hating me because you ain't me. Like, that's technically how I saw that shit. You know, that's not his fault. Iron Man 3. Okay, alright. Iron Man 3 was his fault. I will 100% admit that. But before he was Iron Man, but it was, I can see, okay, I'm willing to concede Iron Man 3 that it was his fault for making that villain because of his money. You know, because he was, you know, blowing people off and shit, and he blew that one guy off, and the one guy came to get his lick back, you know, we're standing on business. Yeah, I can see that, but Age of Ultron, I can see how that was Iron Man's fault, but at the same time, you know, AI will be AI, and it will always be unpredictable, so, you know, who can say? But if we're sticking to straight Iron Man movies, okay, I'm willing to see, like, one out of something else was his fault because he had money, you know. Any other reason, I don't think so. I think the problem is that what makes Riri in a way kind of unlikable because the world is like mixed, right? People really did enjoy Ironheart, and some people think it was just another flop from Disney. Yet I don't blame them, because I'm not gonna lie, people at this point are conditioned to think that everything is woke when it comes to a black protagonist, and yet I'm not gonna lie, I don't blame them for thinking that, because Disney has done this shit to us before, where they had a promising show but they mucked it up with wokeness and DEI. I mean, like, there's no issue having like a black protagonist, but if you actively make like your character like unlikable to the public, like, what do you expect? What the hell do you expect? Not to say that Riri was unlikable, you know. She was disappointing in multiple scenes in her fucking show. Very disappointing. She really let me down at the end. She really did let me down in the end. I'm not gonna spoil it because you're gonna have to watch it for yourself, because, you know, I'm not that type of guy. But she really did let me down in the end, you know, with the whole Mephisto shit. But yeah, it's not people's fault for assuming that, oh, this is just another DEI thing, yada yada yada. Even though in my eyes I don't think it is, but, you know, fool me once, Disney, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, and we'll wait and see. And I'll be damned if I get fooled 3 times. I'll be damned. I'm not gonna lie, ever since like Disney took that turn, it's like the magic is gone from like TV shows now. Like, what happened, man? What happened with that fucking, the spark of fucking modern day television? What happened, man? Where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? Because clearly, you know, when you were like a kid or something, in like middle school, all the motherfuckers who were born between 2000 and 05, I'm talking to you, my brethren. I'm just saying, like the spark in television is gone. I mean, like, after Disney lost its after Cartoon Network lost its big 3, Disney lost its spark, Nickelodeon, the creators of SpongeBob died and they mucked up the show. Yeah, I'm saying that SpongeBob ain't really what it used to be. You know, I just feel like it's all just different now. Television is not like what it was before, because I never really had that that need to like run home as fast as I can just to catch the new fucking episode of what the fuck's happening on my TV, just cause of that shit. Now it's all streaming and all that shit. So Cartoon Network is kind of reviving their big three. And for those who don't know what the big three of Cartoon Network is, it's Adventure Time, Cartoon Network, and regular show. If you say anything other than those three, you're wrong. You're just wrong, okay? You're wrong. Like, it's specifically those three. Those three, the big three, you know? Anything else is just highly irrelevant and extremely wrong. And you're just bad. You're just a bad person for thinking otherwise. Bad person. It just feels different now. Different bad. Because, you know, I don't have cable anymore. Well, no, I have cable, but I just don't have cable in my room because I just don't care anymore. Like I don't have the need to, like, you know, go on the shows and, like, you know, watch the newest and latest show because I just don't feel it anymore. I just don't feel it anymore. You know? Cartoons are just so mucked up and so soft and you know, it's all the remakes that they try to do to pull more watchers to their thing. It's just even more, it's just getting sadder cause they're mucking up the remakes and shit and all that. And even if it's not on like TV, it's here on like Netflix or some shit. One of the remakes that I know that they did fuck up is like Avatar. Absolutely, they fucked up Avatar. Twice. You fucked up Avatar twice. How the fuck can you fail 2 times? Like, come on, man. Yeah, it's just not the same. I don't know where we... I mean, it's just hard to say where we went wrong in television here. Because people can see that it's not what it was in the past. It feels different. Feels wrong. Feels less exciting. Just to come home and, you know, watch anything. What the kids nowadays do, you know? Clearly they're not running home to watch the latest fucking TV show. So that's probably why they're out, you know, causing havoc in the world, but whatever. One of the actual things that I do think where we went wrong is if y'all remember back in the days where wokeness was peeking its head from the ground, and when people wanted to, like, you know, take that shit and ride it home, there was a term that was go woke or go broke. Everyone should remember that. And for those who don't know, and if you have indeed been living under a rock, it was basically like wokeness in my eyes was like, or what they said it was inclusivity, you know, including you know, putting everyone's experiences in one, and, you know, seeing, you know, just including everyone so everyone feels like seen and heard in like a film. Like, I don't know if I'm getting it right, because, you know, I give little for the woke shit, but I kind of get it, because they want everyone, you know, to feel represented. But however, there be some situations where it's not needed, and that's not the premise of a show of entertainment. And that's why woke things have taken so much of a turn, and people just see it as like a plague now. And shit, I don't blame them. I see that shit as a fucking plague too. I don't blame them at all. I really don't. Because I can't watch a new show with a black protagonist just thinking. I can't help but think that, is this going to be an actual good show, or just another goddamn DEI woke muck up of something, and it's just gonna like disappoint me for days to come. Like that's just what I think personally. That's just what I think personally, because it's just because dude, they led me astray before. They have ruined great shows. They have ruined great shows for me, and they really led me astray before, and it's extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointing. But I guess it's not always their fault, because I can see that they're trying to do like a right thing, but just, you know, not in the right way. I'm not gonna lie, you can't watch anything without thinking that it's gonna go woke. Real shit. You can't. You really can't, cause like they mucked up a lot of shows that I couldn't wait for. They mucked up a lot of shows that I couldn't wait for. Could I move this like out the way? They mucked up a lot of shows that I couldn't wait for. Like one thing that I will 100% that they ruined for me was a movie called Madam Web. Now, let me just say this right now. I love a Spider-Man movie. I really do. And I remember when I first saw the trailer for Madam Web. Madam Web, like, I'm pretty sure I was in the movie with like my friends and my girl. Like we were watching Abigail, and it was there, and I'm like, yo, guys, like I wanna see that movie, yo. I wanna see the movie Madam Web. It looks hype, it looks high, it looks cool. Like the trailer really did drew me in. Like I thought we were gonna like get like another badass fucking Spider-Man movie straight from Marvel shit. Like it was, I thought it was gonna be great until when I went in that fucking theater, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt like getting my money back, because I've never been more disappointed in a movie in my life than that. And just to see a few days later that people, you know, blamed the movie's downfall on male haters, and I'm like, yo, as a nigga who adores the movie, who adores Spider-Man movies, and just to see what you guys did in that movie, it was a hot load of nothing. I don't like trashing movies and trashing people's effort for a movie, but that movie was just a hot shit of nothing. We didn't even see, the only time we saw people in like a goddamn like a suit up scene was in like a 5-minute flash forward from the bad guy. And even that was a hot load of nothing. Yeah, you know it's bad when it ain't being shown on Disney. Because if y'all would have saw, yeah, I knew the movie was gonna go downhill. When I saw in the opening credits that it said in association with Marvel. I never saw that in my life. A film in association with Marvel, not with Marvel, in association with Marvel. That's how I knew from that it was gonna go down as hot fucking garbage. I'm gonna be real with you. I knew. Oh, I knew. It was clear as fucking day, yo. It was clear as day. Yeah, some people may call that movie not work. I saw it as probably like the most virtue signaling shit ever, and it ruined the entire fucking movie with just nothing. And it was very disappointing. Very disappointing. At this point, I just think they're doing it to themselves. I really do, because take a look at some movies. Take a look at which is it? Take a look at hell, fuck it. Take a look at like the live action Little Mermaid and Peter Pan. Now we're gonna start off with Peter Pan because that's a movie that I held deep in my heart, and they fucked it up. If y'all seen the live action Peter Pan, okay, I'm gonna say this right now. One, Tinkerbell ain't black. Stop doing that. Stop race swapping. It's not needed. It's not needed. One, Tinkerbell's not black. Stop doing that. Don't even try to do that. Love the actor, but the actor did her best. But however, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm a big Peter Pan fan. Yeah, you fucked it up. And I couldn't even get through the full movie after what I seen what you did to the Lost Boys, or forgive me, the Lost fucking kids, as you treating it out. Because for those who don't know and who hasn't seen the live action Peter Pan movie, apparently they switched the Lost Boys they add girls into the Lost Boys. Now this isn't sexist. This isn't me being sexist, but it's there for a reason. It was there for a reason. The Lost Boys are supposed to be kids. That's why the girl was sent. That's why Peter Pan took the girl there, because so they could have a mother. It was one of the crutches of the fucking movie. Yet you fucked it up. And yet, here's the fuck part. You didn't even talk about that. You cut that entire part out. It was very disappointing. Very disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing that you fucked up a show for no reason. You didn't have to do it for no reason. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I would have accepted you to change was probably the Redskin part. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I can see how that can be a little bit wild nowadays. Like, if you would have changed that part, I would have been okay with it. I would have understood. But you changed parts about the movie that didn't need to be fucking changed because of your fucking representation. That's just what I think. You know? Because then people, whenever people want to like voice that they don't like race swapping, and then they say, oh, but it's a fictional character. I don't know why you care what race it is if it's a fictional character. Pivoting to, you know, The Little Mermaid. I watched that show when I was a kid too. Yes, I watched The Little Mermaid when I was a kid. Multiple times. All the movies, in fact, about The Little Mermaid. All of them. If you don't like it, we can meet in the parking lot and we can talk about it. But other than that, like, yeah, like you didn't like. I can't see like the gain in race swapping characters. Because if I was making a movie, if I can't at least pull it off like 85% accurate to like the original film, it's not worth doing. It's not worth doing. It's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the loss in revenue. It's not worth the loss in funds and money. Not worth it, yo. That's just what I think. Like, come on. Yet they constantly do it. They constantly do it. Constantly, like all the fucking time. They do this. And it never works out for them. It never works out for them. And pivoting to like another movie where I would think wokeness would have been like accepted, right? Snow White, the live action Snow White, right? You know, the live action Snow White had like 7 dwarves in it. Okay, that's a nice opportunity for you to insert, you know, representation of dwarven people, of people with dwarfism, and it would have been good. But you know what they did? They didn't do that at first. They didn't do that at first. No. They swapped the dwarven people with not the 7 dwarves, but the 7 bandits, because they didn't want to be insensitive to the people with dwarfism, which was fucking stupid. It was stupid. Besides the fact that they're mucking up the whole movie, besides the fact that I'm cutting the prince part, like cutting the whole character development for Snow White and the evil queen and shit, besides them cutting that part out and basically mashing 2 separate movies together with the 7 dwarves and the 7 bandits in the end, I just think like, dude, you had a perfect opportunity to have a good representation, add dwarven actors into that shit, which was a huge problem. The dwarven actors were really mad about that. Because, you know, you want to represent people, we're here, but yet you didn't do it. You didn't do it. I can't understand why. If they weren't, you know, magical enough, you could just CGI the people with dwarfism, made the movie better. Like, I just feel like that people who do woke shit, like if a movie doesn't need woke things in it, if a movie doesn't need it in it, like, the wokeness just insists upon itself, saying, oh, we need to be here, we need to be in representation, even though we're gonna drag down the movie and everything else. But when a movie, like, says, hey, you can do your woke representation here because we have a story that actually needs that. They up and say, yeah, I don't think we're going to because we don't want to tread on what you're doing, you know? And then it's just, I feel like they just do it to themselves. I really do. I don't know when it's gonna take Disney just to sit the F down and just, you know, tell themselves, what are we doing here? You know? Like, let me make a movie. I'll make a great ass fucking movie. I'll make a great ass live action. I'll make a great ass live action of fucking The Road to El Dorado. Like, yo, Disney execs, pass me the pen. Pass me the pen. I'll make you money. I'll make you money. I'll get Disney back on the right track. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. But you know what's not? Since entertainment has taken such a downward spiral, you know what the best part about it is? For those who don't know what this event is, people in the internet call it many things. But me personally, I call it the Great Shift, because everyone shifted their attention from cartoons to guess what? To fucking anime. On some real shit. That right there was jaw-dropping. Because guess what? Anime lovers, we're on top of the world right now, and we're feeding people the goddamn entertainment that they crave, that they can't get with TV shows anymore because of what the TV industry did. Can I take off the fucking achievements? Like, can I do that? Music background, fancy graphics, numbers, milk, curious, wooden, show numbers, enable, scary stuff on. What? Manage mode, publish mods. Can I like take this off? I don't know how to do that. Cause I don't want to like see it on the side of my shell all the goddamn time. Well, whatever. Guess I can't. But anyways, yeah, like the great, yeah, after the Great Shift, everyone was loving loving anime because it was only the actual interesting thing that had no DEI. The only thing that the wokeness couldn't touch and muck up. Yeah, it probably seeped its way into some weird little tiny cracks, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter whatsoever. Because to those who don't know, if you were like a kid in middle school and if you got caught watching anime, oh man, you were lame. You were dumb. You were embarrassing. You'd probably embarrass your entire fucking family at that shit. Like, bro, you were genuinely clowned. You would be genuinely clowned if you watched anime as a kid. Now, look at us. Look at us now. We're at the top of the world, baby, with all of our good shows and shit. And I love it. I love that we are. Love that we fucking are. Because now it's peaceful. Now it's peaceful. God, I remember my first anime. My first anime that I've ever watched when I was a kid was fucking High School DxD. The OG Gooner. The OG Gooner, goddamn OG Gooner anime. If that was your first anime, I applaud you. I applaud you. Cause I loved that show. I'm pretty sure back then it would only, I think there was only 3 seasons. There was only 3 seasons of it. There was only 3 seasons of it back at the time. And until the 4th season where they kind of changed the animation. I don't know how I feel about that. That's the only thing I don't like about animation. Like, if they take like a long hiatus and they change the animation, I think that's just weird. I think it's dumb. I think it's gross. But besides that, yeah, it was great. It was great. High School DxD, first anime, great. There's many animes that I do fucking hate, though. One anime that I'll probably like never watch again is Erased. Because for those who don't, can I pop it up? Hold on. Right here. this anime right there, this one right here, I will never watch again. I will never watch this show again. I will never in my life watch this fucking show again. Never. Ever whatsoever. I absolutely despise the ending for this shit with a fucking passion, and it pisses me off, because for those who don't know, this is like this is a kid right here. This kid, he grew up, but he has this weird ability. It's not overly used, right? He has this strange ability where he can go back in time to a certain point. Like, it's a ReZero-ish thing. I think it's ability. I feel like it's his power, because I'm pretty sure he said he did it before. It's been a very long time since I've seen this, since I've only seen it one. But he has this power where he can go back in time, not all the time, but he can go back in time and correct a mistake and keep going. But then his mother is killed. His mother's killed, and he gets framed for the murder, and he wants to find out who killed his mom. He wants to find out who killed his mom and save her. So the magic butterfly that comes in sometimes, that has him restart to a point where he wants to goddamn, change shit, it sends him all the way back to when he was a kid. Which means this murderer was around all the way to back when he was a kid, and he has to save like 3 classmates and shit, and the first classmate that he saves is this fucking girl. Now, here's the thing. I like this girl. I really do. She was a good character. Lots of shit. Her arc was great. And she ended up moving. Now, hold on to that. She ended up moving, and he ends up saving the other 2 kids, and he finds out who the killer is. I'm not saying it, because if you want to find out and see for yourself, you can. But he finds out who the fucking killer is. And I will spoil this part solely because I despise this shit to a T. I will never forgive you for doing this shit to me. Because years later, I wanted these 2 to get together so fucking badly, because he genuinely cared for her and she genuinely cared for him. And years later, he wakes up from a coma, right? He was in a coma for a very long time. Keep in mind, he was in a coma for a very long time, so my hatred for this is a little bit unreasonable. But however, I will never forgive you for doing this shit to me. This girl, as soon as he wakes up from a coma, like, she goes to see him, and she has a baby in her hands. Yet, she ended up dating my nigga's best friend. She ended up dating and marrying my nigga's best friend. Yet, here's the thing. Here's the difference in this fucking show. The difference in this show is that his best friend didn't do shit. His best friend didn't do fucking shit this entire goddamn thing. All he did is probably gave them like one fucking hiding spot. He didn't do shit. Yet you telling me my best homie fucked the girl that he liked. Fucked the girl that he liked, yo. Back when he was a kid, because he was actually crushing on her for like a little fucking bit. And you even admit, she even admits that they didn't know if they should have been doing this because of him. And that enraged me so fucking hard. My nigga didn't even get a good, he got a okay-ish ending, but bro, it pissed me the fuck off. For those who don't, if you want to watch this fucking show, it's 11 episodes, it's 12 episodes on some real fucking shit. I hate it. I hate the ending. The ending pissed me off to the point where I will never watch it again. I will never watch it again. Never, ever in my life. Ever. I can't do it. I hate it. I hate the ending. Hated it. Pissed me off. Whoever made that shit burn in hell, condemn. Gallows! To the gallows to you. And I'm not alone. Many people on the internet feel the same way too. Cause ain't no fucking way. Cause apply that in real life. I save this girl that I'm crushing on. I go in a coma for a few years. And then I wake up and you smash my homie. That's crazy. That's some crazy shit right there that I can't fucking let go. I can never let that shit go. I can never let it go. God, another thing about anime that is probably getting on my nerves now, and that's having its own issues, is the reuses of like unnecessary tropes. Because if you're an anime fan, you've come to realize that there's been phases of anime. When I was a kid, I probably entered in like the erotic phases of anime, because any anime that I saw like as a fucking kid, bro, I could not watch that shit in public because there was too much tits and ass in that shit. Like too many, too fucking many. Like whoever was writing this shit was clearly aiming for some type of fucking objective. They clearly wanted you to watch this shit secluded and far away from everybody else, because it was tragic. Anytime you watch like a wholesome ass fucking show, but then out of nowhere your family comes in and they see and then they're hearing wild shit. Oh yeah, you be cooked, buddy. You be cooked. Ain't nothing you can do there. Nothing you can do. But yeah, we went through many different types of tropes. I think a trope that has stayed for like a very long time was the reincarnation trope. Because clearly you go through a little thing. Oh my god, I died, I reincarnated, and I'm overpowered in the other world. I think it was okay at first, but now like bro, that entire premise is just overused, overworked, and it's not working anymore. They're still doing it today, but it's just no creativity. No creativity there. That's just what I think. That's just what I think. I'm not saying that some shows aren't different once in a while, and some reincarnation shows like are not bad. They're not bad, but it's just that sometimes an idea is overused where there's just no originality in it. And then there was another trope for some fucking reason, where instead of being reincarnated into like another world, oh yeah, you're reincarnated, but yet as like an animal, or like there was a slime trope for like a good fucking minute. Hold on, bro, there was a good slime trope for like a good minute, but it started with that time I got reincarnated as slime. This one took a reincarnation story and made it like unique and made it different. Honestly, I don't know which one came first. I really don't. Which one came first? Did this one come first? Because this one was here for like a while. I don't know if it shows like the year it came out or the date. I'm not entirely certain. I'm not entirely certain, but I think these two were like the OGs. These two were the OGs, and then everything else just teed up later. Everything else just like every other thing like involving a slime teed up later. Like which one was it? By the grace of the gods. You know, this one is it's another slime-based one teed up later. And oh fuck, where was some of the hold on. Well, fuck it, you get the idea. You get the idea. There was a there was a slime trope. There was a slime trope. You get the idea. You get the idea. And with all that, it was alright-ish. Till kind of mucked it up as well. And what trope are we in now? Hell, there was an era where like for some fucking reason animes were competing to have the longest name out there, because on the real shit like these anime names were like so outrageous. Like it be not common if you stumble across an anime like, oh, that time I got reincarnated as a goddamn toaster. That time I got reincarnated as a toaster, and I killed and fought the demon lord, got sent back to the world, and for some reason became an exhibitionist, and I liked it. Like it'd be like that. Like real shit. Like the names be that elaborate and that wild. And yeah, it'd be like I didn't get where they were going with that. I really didn't. It felt it felt weird and off and wrong in some in some fucking areas or some shit, and it just no, less I do think we need new material. I do. I think we're like leaving the age. I think we're like leaving another area of anime, and we're like walking into a new one, because some shows, they're actually bangers, and yet they came from a place that I hold near dear to my heart, that I have been, you know, there for a while. It's called webtoons, because they're taking comics from webtoons and actually deciding to make a show about it. Now, for those who don't know, I'm just gonna show you ish, because here it is. Webtoons was a Webtoons is like a website where you can, like, you know, read interesting comics from people. And for those who don't know, this is where they found Solo Leveling. The OGs who read Solo Leveling 100% knew that it was on web. People call it Weebtoons. I call it Webtoons because I don't like Weeb. It's so fucking stupid. But people know that it was on Webtoons. But however, I'm pretty sure if you search for it now, pretty sure it's not here anymore. Yeah, it's not here anymore. It's not here anymore. It's not, unfortunately. But yeah, like that was where all our new shows kind of happening, because a new one that actually is, you know, popping up now is one called Clevitus. Fuck, hold on. Clevitus, right? Cleva. Yeah, Clevitus. Clevitus is I read this show like a while ago, and I'm pretty sure it's on here right now, right? Right? Yeah, I bookmarked it. Yeah, it's here. So they're taking so clearly, like, I don't know if it was already on Webtoons first or it was somewhere else, but yeah, they're taking shows from Webtoons now and turning it into anime, because I'm not gonna lie, like, it has potential. Real shit. So many comics on here, like, have potential. And I skimmed through a few. I read my my fair share of comics, but some Webtoon comics, like, I genuinely think they should become animes, and one of them is my first petition to become an anime is the Top Dungeon Farmer. Now, on some real shit, I adore this fucking series right here. It has 100 episodes. It has 100 episodes. I think it's split into fucking chapters. It has 100 episodes in it. I don't know how that accumulates to goddamn chapters and some shit, but it has 100 of them. And this story is so good. I'm not gonna spoil. Read it for yourself. But it's so good. Please, Crunchyroll, recognize this gem. Please, I want to see it animated so badly. It's like it's like a Solo Leveling. It's like Solo Leveling mixed with farming life in another world. And it's so good. It's so fucking good. And I'm not gonna lie, runner-up for second place to become an anime, The Executioner. Please! I've been sleeping on this one for a bit, because I wanted season 1 to get to its finale, and now that it did a long time ago. But please, oh dear gods of anime, please animate The Executioner. This shit gives me like fucking this shit could be like as good as animation as fucking Demon Slayer on real shit. Please give it to me. Oh, give me this thing animated. I really want it. I want it to be animated so badly. Another thing that could be animated, if you went to like that crazy girl killer type shit, bro, you gotta hit up a Stalker X Stalker. Now this one right here is yandere up to its fucking peak. Animate this shit now. I need these two to be moving across my screen in full animation. You can't tell me Stalker X Stalker was lit. Oh my god. If you want a sick romance shit, you need to hit this shit up. Someone make petitions of what I'm doing, please. Please, for the love of God, please. I ain't gonna lie, we got like 2 more left in like my bookmarks, but Cleric of the K on some real shit. I love this. I'm waiting for season 1 to wrap up so I can read it all, because I don't like waiting weeks and weeks and weeks just to do this shit. But Cleric of the K, real shit, you need that. And if you want like a nice little love story or some shit, the Goth Girl and the Jock, like this shit right here, I'm not gonna lie, I love these two. I really do. I enjoy their fucking stories. I enjoy it. The goddamn stories are not that like the chapters are not that long, but please animate this shit. Someone recognize good shit when you see it. Like goddamn. And I think the Goth Girl and the Jock like has like a spin-off where it's like the Goth Boy or some shit. I have no idea. Well, I don't really know where it is. But last one. Raising Hell: A Demon's Guide to Parenting. Animate it! Please animate it! Animate it! Please! Please! Please animate this shit! I need it! If y'all niggas are gonna go to Webtoons to pick animes to feed the nation, please animate this! Come on! You got to! You got to! You have to! You can't sleep on good shit! We need to have a petition. We need a petition. On God, we need a petition. Like, we can't let good creativity go to waste like this. Like, bro, I'm telling you, they would do Crunchyroll justice. They would do you justice. Please let them do you justice. Please. And I guess the last one that I want in anime is, you know, I may be glazing them too hard, but you gotta have Monsters We Make as an anime. I'm going to be 100% serious with you. This story is so lit. I already pre-ordered the 2nd book. Corey, I love you, and I want this shit to get animated so fucking badly. Oh, fuck. God, that smells good. I think before this like his book gets animated, I genuinely think he's gonna have to wait like until he at least reaches like, I don't know, volume 10-ish, 15 maximum. I don't really know, because I do need he to drop like a few more volumes for them to even think about animating his show. But I do think like he's going to get justice from if he does have his shit on Crunchyroll. Because I'm not gonna lie, having your show on Crunchyroll, I think like you'll like outshine many other creators in like a different fucking way if he does that. I genuinely do. I genuinely do. Like, what other content creator like dropped their own anime? Many content creators probably dropped their own manga, but to make it an anime, oh well, that'll be a first that I've ever fucking heard. It really will. God, but I genuinely want him to like could he be picked up by like, I don't know, the people like on some real shit. If he partners with the animators who made Demon Slayer or Solo Leveling, bro, that shit right there, boy, that's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire. I can tell that it's gonna be fire if he partners with either one of those two. But just to get his manga like animated is like a win and enough for me. I just pray that they do it justice. I really do. But I guess that's it. I'm frankly out of ideas to ramble about, and I've been going about this for about an hour, so I guess it's time for me to wrap up. But we actually made a lot of progress, I ain't gonna lie. We got like 30,000 clicks per second. Time really did fly by. I mean, just rambling on about fucking nonsense. Got all my slave grannies here. Did a lot. I'm up to bank status now. What are my stats? Yeah, I got a few. Whoa. Oh, these are achievements. Okay. Well, that's cool. Runtime, hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, that tracks. Ooh, yeah, let me get that. Oh, massive click spree. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it because, you know, I guess that's just the rise and fall of entertainment. You know, how it went from a high place, went to a low place. Anime swept it up and are ushering into a new age, and we're entering a new age where we're seeking other material for entertainment. And goddamn, do I hope that it'll be a great fucking ride. I really do. But anyways, I guess that's all the time that I got for today. You can follow me in the links in the description below. You can go on Rumble at Disgusting to see all the erotica that I post. I finally posted one. Well, whenever I'm posting this video, I finally posted it. I got one more video of Churn Vector. Then I gotta find another goddamn erotic game to post whenever the hell I get the chance to do that. But yeah, I guess we'll meet again in the next video. Bye, man.